Good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's weather forecast, we are going to be taking a look at a pattern change on what we can expect as we head throughout this week and even into next week, which is going to be interesting. So definitely make sure to stay tuned till the end so that way you guys know what to expect, as we will see this weather change quite a bit. And if you'd like to stay tuned for more weather updates on Weather with Sim, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button, as we will continue to keep you guys updated with the latest. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up too as well. Those help out more than you know. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys have down below. You guys can leave anything down below as long as it's respectful, and I will get to those right after today's weather forecast. But let's first start off by taking a look at how the pattern is setting up right now, and this is quite interesting as we are currently dealing with a ridge out here to the west, and all that red that you're seeing right there indicates a lot of warm and dry air that's currently around, as we do have that high pressure system currently dominating out to the west right now, which is bringing a lot of above normal temperatures to much of the western United States. But at the same time, we got a pretty big trough out here to the east, which is currently bringing a lot of below average temperatures, and that's why we are still continuing to stay on the chilly side of things for today out here to the west. So definitely make sure you are bundled up today, as those temperatures out there in the east are still going to continue to be on the cooler side of things, and things are going to continue to even get colder by the time we get into Thursday of this week. Now, some of this trough is trying to expand, so some of you guys may experience a brief warm-up before Thursday, which if we do see one, it would be tomorrow. But as we get into Thursday this week, like I said, which will be after tomorrow, we are going to continue to deal with more of that cold air out here to the east, which we are still going to be continuing to have that trough out here in the east, still continuing to bring well below average temperatures to the Midwest, Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and as well as into the Northeast. And as we continue to see that cold air surge on in, we are going to be seeing that potential for some snow showers across much of this area, possibly lake effect. So we will be keeping an eye on this small clipper system right here coming in from Canada very closely, as it could definitely bring some lake effect snow potential. So definitely make sure you are paying attention if you do live across the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast, where, like I said, we are going to see that cold air and even that chance for snow showers roll on through by the time we get into Thursday of this week. And not only will we be dealing with a lot of chances for snow showers, but we will also have some very low wind chill values in the teens, even parts there of the upper Midwest could even get into the negatives. Even some of these areas like Indiana and Ohio, you guys could even see those single digits. So definitely get ready for a pretty chilly Thursday this week, like I said, as it is really going to be on the chilly side of things. So once again, make sure you are getting bundled up for Thursday this week, as we are going to see a lot of that cold air surge on in, bringing a lot of wind chill values in the negatives, teens, single digits, and perhaps even the 20s, depending on your location, which we will even see some of those 20s go as far down south as the northern deep south, which we will keep an eye on closely as we get into Thursday of this week. And then after that, we are going to be watching another big trough that's going to be moving on in by the time we get into December 8th, which will be by the time we get into this weekend, which is going to try to expand more out to the east, bringing some pretty well above average temperatures to a lot of those areas. We also will kind kind of have a little bit of a low pressure system over here, maybe bringing a little bit of rain across the, New Mexico and Texas area. So that is going to be, something to watch very closely by the time we get into the weekend. And of course, a lot of these areas shaded in that orange will even see those drier than normal conditions, which probably aren't going to last for a long time, but they definitely will be there for the weekend. So it's definitely going to be a noticeable change compared to what we've been seeing so far. So definitely get ready for this weekend, as some of you guys will probably like those warmer conditions more than those colder conditions that we're expecting on Thursday of this week. And then as that warm air, like I said, rolls on through, here are your temperatures for the weekend, okay? As we're gonna see a lot of this area right here seeing above average temperatures, as that trough will be shifting out to the east. During the weekend, we will be seeing a lot of this area getting into the 50s, the 40s, the 60s down here towards the deep south and southeast. So like I said, it's definitely going to be a noticeable change, especially for you guys who don't really like the cold conditions. So like I said, definitely get ready for this weekend, which will be during December 9th, as we will see a lot of that warm air surge on in from the Gulf of Mexico, thankfully bringing a little bit of a taste of spring, which, like I said, a lot of you guys will definitely notice. So definitely get ready for it. And then after that, we also will be tracking that potential for some severe weather, which one of them is going to be down here towards the deep south. I know I didn't point it out when we were looking at a lot of this, chances for snowfall up here to the north, but by the time we get into Thursday of this week, we also will be watching, a small area down here towards the deep south. 'Cause like I said, we're going to have a low pressure system right over here towards, places like New Mexico and Texas, and that's going to, bring some energy on into Louisiana. And as of right now, the Storm Prediction Center is not forecasting severe weather as we get into Thursday, but this, like I said, is going to be something to really keep an eye on closely by the time we get into Wednesday, and like I said, even into Thursday, with chances for some severe weather, especially across down here towards the south and southeast, as we will have some of that energy surge on into Texas by the time we head into Wednesday, and like I said, even into Thursday. Now this is uncertain, but this model even shows a little bit of an uptick in possibly severe weather by the time we get into Wednesday and Thursday of this week, with maybe a small chance for tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail, as we will even see a lot of that moisture surge on into that area by the time we get into Wednesday of this week. And like I said, guys, at the same time, we will be dealing with that trough out here to the west on Thursday this week, bringing a lot of cold weather and wind chills over here to the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley, and of course the Midwest, like I said. But like I said, at the same time, we'll have that low pressure system over here, bringing a lot of moisture and rainfall from the Gulf of Mexico. And with the wind shear, we won't have a lot, but we could maybe have a little bit of an isolated tornado threat or two by the time we head to Wednesday. So we'll keep an eye on it closely, but it's to the point where we can't really say exactly what we'll see as we get into tomorrow and as well as into Thursday. But we will definitely keep an eye on it closely, so definitely make sure you are paying attention, as this low pressure system over here will bring that potential for some severe weather, which we will keep an eye on closely. Another storm system that we're going to be watching closely for, this isn't going to be until we get to December 9th. Now keep in mind that this is kind of uncertain as of right now, but this does show some potential storm system bringing rainfall to the deep south through parts there of the mid-Mississippi Valley and even into the Ohio Valley, which once again we might have some chances for, a little bit of severe weather by the time we get into December 9th. So, definitely make sure you are paying attention very closely across the deep south, as like I said, we definitely are going to be watching that area down there closely. So definitely make sure you're prepared even as we get into the weekend, as like I said, this huge warm up that's going to be rolling on through is definitely going to bring enough moisture to this deep south to possibly bring a little bit of an uptick in severe weather. Now let's go ahead and look at our total precipitation. Starting off with the total snowfall, we are going to be watching a lot of this area closely for about a dusting to around an inch, but even areas like New England, you guys could get some pretty big shots of some snowfall, and like I said, some of this could even be lake effect, especially on Thursday this week, and even parts there of the upper Midwest and Rocky Mountains. You guys, could definitely see a little bit, but I'm not really seeing any signs of huge amounts of snowfall, so we will keep an eye on it closely. But you guys in the Rocky Mountains are kind of going to get a break. Like I said, we got that huge trough over here, bringing a lot of dry conditions. So, unfortunately, you guys out here to the west will probably get a little bit of a break from some snowfall, at least not as much as you guys have seen. But like I said, it's definitely, gonna still be snowing out there a little bit, just not as much as we have. And then for your total precipitation, we are going to be watching down here towards the deep south for, a lot of precipitation due to potential severe weather, especially areas in between Texas and Mississippi. Those areas are definitely going to have that best chance for, some severe weather, so we'll definitely be watching closely. And even though you guys in the Ohio Valley and, deep south Tennessee River valleys, even though you guys aren't really seeing a huge chance of severe weather, at least as of right now, you guys will still, be seeing that potential for some heavy rainfall at times. So like I said, we will be watching it very closely. It just doesn't really look to be anything too crazy as of right now, but it's definitely going to be on the concerning side of things, especially for eastern Texas and Louisiana, where we could maybe see around a half a foot of rainfall by the time we get into December 10th. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. If you guys are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button, as we will continue to keep you guys updated with the latest. So make sure to push that like button if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up too as well. Those help out more than you know. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or concerns that you guys have down below. You guys can leave anything down below, as long as it's respectful. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone, and goodbye.